freedom,
family,
world unity,
all these things and more will be discussed on this podcast.
real stories, real people, real debates. On this podcast, we like to express our freedoms and talk about anything and everything goes.
Like freedom, family is important to us, and anybody that is listening, watching, or coming on the show as a guest star are all considered part of the greatest family to ever bless the solar system, the human race. No matter who you are, where you come from, you will always have a voice here on this podcast.
We like to flex our First Amendment, where all speeches and opinions are accepted for the right of freedom of speech. We have a saying we like to live by. Live life with eyes wide open. Being open-minded leads to true understanding of the world as it really is. Please, come, join us, and enjoy this experience as we embark on this journey of truth as we dismantle the subjective truth. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Victoria.
And you're experiencing High Consciousness.
Disclaimer. Any and all information on topics presented are to the best of all who is present in each episode's knowledge. The goal of this podcast is to bring people together and set the example we all wish to see in our everyday lives. Whether it's home life, education, politics, history, business, etc. Any and all subjects can and will be talked and peacefully debated about on this podcast. On debate episodes, there will be a set rules of debate that hosts and guests alike must follow. We ask that you, the audience, like we ask of our guests, in the comments to please try to keep the language as clean as possible. We are a podcast for entertainment as well as educational purposes. Here we are all equal no matter what race, age, or gender. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Hi, y'all.
And welcome back to another episode of High Consciousness. I'm your host, Nick.
I'm your co-host, Victoria.
And we are
High Consciousness.
Welcome back, folks.
And today we are going to be getting down to our last 5 little subjects in our fun facts that every American should know little book. And today's topics we're going to be learning: is it really illegal to rip a dollar bill in half? Some U.S. currency like coins. And a dollar bill or two in there, that is worth keeping and collecting over the years. And also, can you write a check on anything? Well, let's find out. And we're going to get into the book. Is it really illegal to rip a dollar bill in half? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Just straight up, yes. Despite the prevalence of those penny stamping squishing machines found in arcades and souvenir shops, it is technically illegal to do anything to a coin or paper currency that interferes with its ability to travel the world, acting as a piece of legal tender. Ooh, so technically we've all kind of committed a crime. Technically. You know, going to Grandfather Mountain and Tweetsie Railroad and the Virginia Laurel Caves and stuff. Like, all these places I've been that I have squished a penny at. Like,
I've never been to any of those places.
And I know my mom still has those souvenir pennies, like, somewhere. So, yeah. Defacement of U.S. currency violates Title 18, Section 333 of the U.S. Code, which reads, whoever mutilates, cuts, defaces, disfigures, or perforates, or unites, or cements together, or does any other thing, any other thing to any bank bill, draft note, or other evidence of debt issued by any national banking association or Federal Reserve Bank or the Federal Reserve System, which they intend to render such bank bill, draft, note, or other evidence of debt unfit to be reissued shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 6 months or both. Like, goodness, that was all one fracking sentence.
So,
and it started with, the defacement of U.S. currency, and it just kept going and going and going and going like the damn Energizer Bunny.
Teacher Tori.
Yes, Frankie. Yes,
Question.
Frankie.
So, Could a minor go to juvie just for drawing male genitalias on $1 bills?
Yes,
I've seen that many times before in my life.
I have to. Like, I can't tell you how many times I went to, like, one of those, like, little corner stores out in the middle of BFE in the country here in North Carolina when I used to live with my friend Sadie, and, like, there was once or twice where, you know, her mom got change back, and there was, like, a little pee-pee on there.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about a little
There was a
pee-pee.
male counterpart on $1 bill and a female counterpart on another dollar bill, like, later down the road somewhere, like, not the same day, but, like, you know, months or years later. And then there was one time where I ended up getting a dollar bill back from my cash. And I think this was, like, out in Greensboro one day. I was, like, getting a drink and buying a couple Black and Milds because I used to smoke those back in the day. And this dollar bill, on the back of it, had the drawing of a woman's legs, like, wide open with the thing, you know, in the middle.
You should have kept that.
Right above the pyramid eye. Like, as if she's, like, going down on top of the pyramid.
No, that's hilarious.
And I was just like, bro, people are so childish.
I saw a bill of Andrew Jackson on it.
$20 bill.
$20 bill, and, like, you know, it had, like, and there was, like, you know, ejaculation on his face, and then, like, yeah.
Oh, bro. What? People, stop it. Stop being immature. We did not expect the light to just turn up itself.
That's people say.
I have the power!
The Flash.
Shira.
But yeah, so since our last episode, you know, when our guest Jaden and I had that experience with the paranormal, in this room, our podcast room, ever since then, we have had our touch activate only, you know, activate only by touch, light has been turning itself on, not off, just on. And we only use the first two notches, so, you know, I would think if the little touch thing was going out, it would only, like, turn up to just the two notches that we turned it up to, but no, it turns all the way up. As you all just saw, that just happened on camera, where the light just got brighter all of a sudden in the middle of my reading, and that's why I quit reading, because this stuff's starting to freak me out.
I'm not gonna lie, some weird things have been going on in my place, but not as, like, what you're dealing with, just, like, weird little coincidence.
It's just the light, too. Like, it doesn't mess with anything else, so, like, you know, maybe they're trying to be a light in my life. Maybe I don't have enough. Start shining brighter, honey.
Nah.
The ghost's trying to outdo you.
Nah. Good luck.
Oh, the ghost players.
The ghost trying to play Mrs. Diddy, girl.
Not still your soul.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, that got dark.
Mm.
That got dark real quick.
We're going with spirits here, so what? They can't really touch anything else physically. What else are they gonna do?
Oh, they can come into your dreams.
Yeah, they can do that.
And you're probably like, hey, baby, can we do a little booty call?
No.
Yeah.
Not with you, Mr. Ghostman.
Supposed to be a G-rated show, y'all. G-rated show.
Well, now it's PG-13.
Yeah, but you know, this episode we're gonna rate it PG-13. Frankie, you need to put that in the top, you know, viewer discretion device.
Yeah. Parental guidance 8-13 and up.
But anyway, back to the topic. The Secret Service is responsible for enforcement, but before you flee the country for drawing a mustache on George Washington's face, or otherwise, as we've discussed in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
but sure, we'll go with the mustache. Understand that the law is lightly enforced in case of small-time defacement.
Small time, huh?
So the law is really about altering bills or coins in such a way that they
Counterfeits.
cannot be used again. So I guess, like, counterfeits?
Yes.
I guess?
Yes.
But you can't use the ones that have been pressed by the coin machines either.
That's coins, not bills.
It says coins and bills. Altering bills or coins in such a way that they can't be used again.
Like the M&M machines in New York, where you just put the penny and the dime in, and then it just like rolls out. You get red or yellow.
I mean, yeah, but pennies are only 4 cents to make.
Yeah, they're only 4 cents to make 1 cent. How much sense does that make? According to the math geniuses, it makes about 3. So, but anyway, jokes aside. If you were to mutilate thousands of bills as an art installation, marketing scheme, or crafty project, you'd probably attract the attention of scary men in suits. The Men in Black.
What about ingesting money?
Probably. Well, I mean, if you ingest it, it does, eventually make its way out, and if you wash it and sanitize it properly, then yes, it can be used again. Except for dollar bills. I don't think dollar bills would survive your stomach acid, but nickels, pennies, dimes, little coins, yes,
Now
absolutely.
tell the story about me?
No, I don't think we need that kind of story on here, Frankie. But we'll just leave it to the people, that made that show, My Strange Addiction. Just look up the kid that used to eat metal and coins and stuff. Look that episode up, and there you go.
Oh, so I wasn't the only one.
No, there's an entire, little bit of the American population, and even some other, groups of people around the world that have a very strange addiction of eating coins. They like the taste of metal. They'll eat paper clips, they'll eat bottle caps, they'll eat magnets, they'll eat coins, they'll eat anything, jewelry that's made out of gold, titanium, platinum, whatever.
It's part goat.
Part goat.
Man.
You could say I'm part goat. I was part goat.
Eating metals.
Eating metals, yeah, because that's what goats do.
Yeah, well.
Goats and pigs, right? Pigs also eat metal, right?
Not that I'm aware of. I know they eat almost anything, but goats can just basically digest iron, metal, and just yeah.
Anything, but metals are not the best thing in your diet.
Nope. No, remember the guy who ate nothing but nails, soft nails? He died 3 years later in the 1800s. He was a circus performer.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna eat metal. You're literally intoxicating your bloodstream with metal. The only thing I think you can actually eat is gold.
Whoa.
Yeah, gold is the only metal that is truly safe to be ingested.
Is gold edible ice cream?
Yeah, there's edible gold ice cream. And if you've ever had the alcohol called Goldschlager, it's got those little gold flakes in the liquor.
That's real gold.
That's real gold.
That's some rich people
gold.
stuff. Ooh la la! I need somebody like that.
I mean, Goldschlager's not that expensive.
Really?
No, because they usually use gold flakes in it.
It's maybe 1 or a half a carat of gold.
Not worth your
that's
time.
been smashed it out to bits, so it's not that much.
Interesting.
It's not worth your time unless you like cinnamon.
Random fun facts. Yes, I do like cinnamon.
I mean, here's the weird thing with me. I like Goldschlager. I like it. But I cannot stand Fireball. Can't.
I like Fireball.
I don't. Can't stand it.
If I'm depressed and I really need a pick-me-up and I just want to be like that woo girl, that's what I go for.
But why is that everybody's like, oh, I'm depressed, let me drink some Fireball? No!
That Fireball got me laid.
Well, I mean, it gets plenty of people laid. I mean, liquor in general gets plenty of people laid.
No, but Fireball does something to me. It just, oh god.
Well, it does something to everybody.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
No, that's true. PG-13. Just
every person I know has the very same reactions that you were talking about off Fireball. Everybody, my brothers, my cousins, my friends, my mom, my dad, you.
I haven't had a Fireball in 3 years, so kudos for me for
What is it with Fireball? It either fires people up or it makes them really.
I know, right? It's both for me.
Where's both? It's fired up and horny. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty destructive combination. They can go one of two ways: disaster or Hey. But anywho's,
Freaking Fireball.
Frankie and Fireball. Fireball Frankie. You know what? That's your new nickname. Fireball Frankie.
I love it. Never give me Fireball.
But anyway, defacing that much currency is expensive, time-consuming, and illogical. You'd probably lose more money than the kicks would be worth. Probably so. Especially because you don't want to attract, the attention of the men in suits.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so
My turn.
MIB. Let's just call them the MIB.
our next topic, our lovely host Nicholas will be reading.
Yay!
Some U.S. currency worth keeping. In 1804, silver dollar is worth about $10 million, but you probably won't find one in your pocket change. In fact, most of the coins that pass through your hands are unlikely to be valuable, but surprises are always possible. That's why it's worth getting a wholesale guidebook to coin values, known as the official Blue Book, and occasionally checking currency to see what dealers would pay for it. Things to keep in mind. Number 1. The better a bill or coin looks, the more the collectors want it. In general, heavily circulated coins are tarnished, worn out, or damaged, so they don't fetch a high price. Uncirculated coins are worth more, especially if they bear a key date. The same goes for crisp banknotes. Number 2. Older is not always better. Many modern coins are minted with errors that make them valuable. Resist the urge to clean coins or iron bills. You could be doing more harm than good. The following are some numismatic items to be on the lookout for.
What does numismatic mean? Can we look that up real quick, Frank?
Yeah.
Dip to the Matrix real quick.
Go to the web.
So, sorry y'all, it's gonna be a little bit of a voiceover here for a minute because for some reason OBS decided to have a moment where it just completely cut off our audio. So, here we are gonna fill you in with a little voiceover. What numismatic means is the name we give to the collection of coins today is numismatics, a word that also encompasses the collection of paper money and of metals. And medals as in, like, the Medal of Honor or, the Nobel Peace Prize medal, something like that. MEDALS. The noun numismatics and the adjective numismatic, the adjective numismatic came to English via French numismatique, from Latin and Greek nomisma, meaning coin.
Am I that old? Older than, like...
We're not.
Hold up.
Hold
You
up.
are 2 days younger than me?
A year older, and here's another question, Frankie.
You have 2 older.
Were you
sitting
really
here
born? So you lived in the 70s and 80s, huh?
Oh yeah, you did, right?
You lived in the 70s, 80s, right, Frankie?
Right.
20 years old,
Well,
born in
you're broke?
1998, and you were here in the 70s, 80s. Yes, we all watched Good Times. We all watched old-timey shows in the 80s, 70s. Yes.
I did not have cable. I ran on public television
Yeah.
and VHS tapes, everybody, so remember that?
The good old.
Public television is cable.
Now,
Cable and public television.
not when you
are
have,
the same
not when you
thing,
have
okay?
it, not when you
No,
have an
they're not.
antenna, not when you have an antenna.
Yeah.
But regardless, I know
What
what you,
thought
I
they
know,
were.
I know what channels you were watching. Me TV and the other iconic shows that has the Jeffersons on it, and Good Times and all that other good stuff. I know what shows you were watching because I watched the same things.
You watched the Partridge Family too?
They're all on the same channel.
Yeah. Well, in New York it's like This TV or
The Partridge Family.
yeah, the Partridge Family
Eh?
or the Monkeys. Okay, back Nick, take over.
Hold up, wait, no.
Okay.
I need to see this. What?
The Partridge Family.
Go to desktop here real quick.
Okay. Hey guys, it's my turn. It's me, Frankie here, and we're just talking about the Partridge Family. And now, the Partridge Family is a widow mother and her 5 kids form a band and make a hit record, then travel around the country in a groovy school bus. The comedy contrasts life on the road with the cozy suburban life they return to after the show is over. Now, that's what I love about the show the most. There's feel-good music, happy vibes, screaming kids. Like, oh god, he screams so much on the show, but it's in a fun manner. And heart-throbbing teen throwing for good measure. And now, we were talking about this woman from, what was it called again? The Sound of Music. Thanks. And she was Shirley Jones, I think. And she has a beautiful voice. But and overall, I think the cast was really good looking and like very trendy for its time. And yeah, no, it's just like it's like better than the, in my opinion, better than the, I would say the Brady Bunch. I say it's better than the Brady Bunch, but that's my opinion. Anyway, back to the gang, and bye.
Yep. Let's pull our heads out of the Matrix real quick. Well,
Yes.
no, I've never seen Partridge Family.
It's
so
a good
that-
show. They like a lot of cute people. Just like the cast is beautiful. I'm like, why?
But anywho, back to the topic of the
Something
day.
about a 70s, 80s haircut. It's like, oh god.
Somebody's age haircut with the wacky pants. I hear you.
Oh, not the
With-
just like the
with-
hair. Just like the hair was
With the
beautiful back
wackadoodle
then.
pants.
No, you like the pants. Hold on.
No, I don't like the pants. I thought the pants were cringe, but the hair was beautiful. I'm like a more textured person.
The pants of the 80s
you were-
are no different than today.
No, yes, they are.
No, they're not.
No,
Style wise,
they legitimately stitched together random patterns together and called it pants, and called it groovy. At least,
Have you not seen the
That's more of a
wackadoodle
Japanese
crap that
thing.
people be wearing these days?
What?
like those patchwork pants. Like that's a whole style in Japan.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're 50 years behind us because that was in the 70s.
Yep.
The stitched, yeah, the pattern striped pants. That was all 70s and 80s, dog. Mainly 70s and 60s.
Oh, those. Yeah, I had a pair of those pants,
Nah.
but they were
Oh,
joggers.
I don't like those pants, but I had a pair.
They were
No,
groovy,
I-
weren't they?
No,
Nah,
they were.
so-
groovy.
It was like
baby.
more. It was more old money vibes,
Mm-hmm.
but they're from Hot Topic.
Mm-hmm.
They were hella comfortable, and they were actually sweatpants.
Yep. Keep digging that hole, Frankie.
Keep digging that hole, but
Make it a little wider while you're at it. Here, I'll give you a little bit of water.
keep digging that hole.
Fine, I
yourself
keep
out.
digging the hole, and I love them. There you go. I admit it. I thought you were talking about like parachute pants or something.
There's all. I mean, those
Those
that's
are also
80s.
70s
That's
and
80s
80s.
That's 80s. That's 80s and 90s, dog. 70s where you had the skinny, patched up, stitched up pants with the stripes and the dang flowers on them.
Oh, those.
That's
The flower power
Yeah.
pants.
Flower
Yeah.
power.
The
That's
embroidered
the
one?
60s.
yes.
Flower power.
All
60s.
that came in the 60s and 70s, dog.
Yeah, no.
Parachute pants.
No, Nick is right.
Parachute pants didn't come into play until the 80s and 90s when the whole big culture was coming in.
That's right. How did this turn into a fashion segment? Like seriously?
Because we started talking about
Well, it is American culture.
we started talking about the 70s.
Oh yeah, Partridge Family. That's right.
And you started talking about the hair, and I was like, oh yeah, you like the hair, but what about the
What about the wackadoodle pants they was wearing?
I'm gonna have
We
to
don't-
put like parts where
we
like
ain't gonna talk
if
about
you're
that.
here for like history, skip over. And if you're here for random facts, skip
No,
this part.
And if you're here for the whole thing, well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we
We
really do
appreciate you
appreciate
much.
you.
But anyways, Indian head pennies and wheat cents. Indian head pennies are so hard to find and spare change nowadays that they're worth keeping when you do come across one, even if they aren't much worth. Those minted before 1880 are more valuable. From 1909 to 1958, the back of the Lincoln penny showed two stalks of wheat. Though these cents are old, they are also plentiful and usually worn. Nice specimens are worth a few times their face value. The Buffalo nickels.
And I have a few American Indian wheat pennies.
Nice.
Don't know how much they're worth, but yeah, they are pretty worn. You know, they have that, kind of matted look to them now because
Mhm.
they're so old.
Number 2, Buffalo nickels. These are nice to find and fun to keep, but not viable unless they're in perfect condition. The dates tend to wear off quickly. An exception is the 1937-D, which appears to show a three-legged buffalo on the back. If you find this, it's worth having. It's appraised.
So yeah, And didn't we just see something about buffalo coins
yesterday?
yesterday?
But it's not the same buffalo coin that this is talking about. State number 3, state quarters. Beginning in 1999, the U.S. Mint began releasing quarters commemorating each of the 50 states. The 2004-D Wisconsin quarter and 2001-P New York quarter are known to have errors, so they are worth inspecting carefully. The New York error is obvious. The coin was struck twice. The Wisconsin error is subtle. An extra leaf was added to an ear of coin in its reverse. In addition, coin shops are always on the lookout for entire rolls of quarters for specific states, and may you pay more than face value for them.
So, be checking your rolls of quarters that you get from the bank.
Mm-hmm. Number 3. No, wait. That was number 4. My bad, y'all. Number 4. Junk silver coins. Some coins are valuable for the metal they contain. Kennedy half dollars, Roosevelt dimes, and Wisconsin quarters struck before 1965 are most valuable.
Roosevelt dimes.
And we have a Kennedy half dollar too.
Well, yeah, the Kennedy half dollar I knew about. Like, though I used to have a few half dollars back in the day. That was something that I would get from the tooth fairy every time I lost a molar. If I lost a small tooth, I got a quarter. If I lost a molar, I got a 50-cent piece. And now as an adult, I kind of wish I had those, but
Me too.
you know, being kids, we knew no better.
Mm-hmm.
And our parents at the time, you know, when we were kids, 50-cent coins were, you know, they were in big circulation. You know, they were easy to get. Nowadays, they are very hard to get, and they are collector's items now. So even just between, you know, the 28 years between, 30 years, technically, this one will be turning 30, March 16th. I'll be turning 29, and so will the other one.
Yep.
In May. But still, in our collective 30 years, something that used to be mass minted is now a rarity and is worth money.
Mm-hmm. And an extremely rare 1965 dime made with silver is worth thousands of dollars.
Really?
But Roosevelt dimes,
Roosevelt.
Seriously?
Can we go on the
No,
Matrix
my
real quick?
my mom and her ex had one.
Can we go on the Matrix real quick so I can see what Roosevelt dimes look like? Because, like, I never knew that was a thing.
Hey guys, it's me again, Frankie. Now, we took the time to look up the Roosevelt coin and its various prices. You see, we were looking at this 121, and then there was one going for 500, and then the most expensive one was an 1881 cc Morgan's that was going for $1,124, which was amazing. And then Walmart has one for $12.36 that Nick mentioned earlier, but didn't get caught in the recording. Yeah. And just like browsing around and whatnot, it was really interesting just to see how much a dime can go for in its various conditions. But anyway, have a nice day.
Anyways, presidential dollars. These new gold-colored coins are leaving U.S. mints with so many mistakes that they are worth a careful inspection. One common error, the edges of the coins are missing their inscriptions, which say, among other things, E pluribus unum. Unum.
E pluribus unum.
E pluribus unum. Uno. The Latin phrase meaning out of many, one. See? Uno. Aha.
My Latin's not very good, but like I thought Nick was pretty spot on.
No.
The $2 bill. The Jefferson bill that was released between 1929 and 1966 occasionally turn up. They're fun to collect even though they're so beat up, they aren't worth much. As for $2 bills released in 1976 and later, spend them. Spend them.
spend them.
Yeah, spend them.
So certain ones are worth money.
And the other ones are not. Well, they're just fun to collect. But they're not really worth that much, so spend them.
Dollar coins?
But
And $2 coins?
But here's the thing, a lot of stores, because there was one time that my brothers and I, we had gotten some $2 bills from my grandfather. My brothers wanted some candy, and, well, the candy they wanted was worth $2. So they tried to hand the cashier the $2 bills, and the cashier refused to take them. Refused.
Really?
They will not take $2 bills.
Wow.
They
And
won't.
when I was a kid, I used to get
It's-
like $2 bills for Easter. That's like an Easter gift right there. Now it's just $1 bill for Easter.
Yeah, that's what my grandfather did. He gave it to us in Easter gifts. There was, we had an Easter egg hunt. Each one of us kids would go out, find
Oh,
an
shit.
egg, bring it back, and the next one goes, finds an egg, bring it back, and, the next one goes.
Mm-mm-mm.
And, each one of my brothers ended up finding a egg with $2 in it, with the $2 bill in it.
That seems a little ridiculous. It's an American currency, and now they're just like banning the currency.
You can't ban it.
They didn't ban it.
Yeah, no, it's
I
like
just
they refuse
think that they don't take it as,
seriously.
quote, legal tender anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's legal tender, but not legal tender at the
It's still
same
legal
time
tender. I'm
because
so
there's
getting-
so many counterfeits.
Now on to the third one.
Oh, but we do need to add a little special addition to this old 2012 book. So here recently in our news, we have been seeing in our political world that that apparently over here in the United States, as we mentioned earlier, it takes 4 cents to make the 1 cent penny, and it takes 15 cents.
9 cents.
No, it was 15 or 14. I remember, like, the difference between a penny and a nickel to make them was like 10 cents in between. So to make a nickel, 5 cents, it takes 14 cents. So, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all in economically wise. And if you are a business person or if you're just smart with math or money in general, that math does not add up. So, they are going to be getting rid of the penny and the nickel now. So, hoard those things like dragons, people!
Thanks,
Start your own
Chief.
little coin treasury of nickels and pennies, because it will be worth something one day.
Well, I got a lot of pennies at home that I don't know what to do with. I just use them as offerings.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all you can. I mean, when they finally, get rid of that being part of our currency, that's basically all you'd be able to do with them now. Is either smelt them down, turn them into banks, or, switch them out for, either the electric dollars or the physical dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much anything else you could do with it.
Yeah.
You just can't use it to buy stuff anymore.
Hot
Well,
dog.
not anymore currently, but when they put that in place, that pennies and dimes, or not dimes, pennies and nickels will no longer be minted. Yeah, you won't be able to use them for anything.
I'm not pretty sure you are, because they're going to need to get rid of the coins.
Yeah, we kind of need to just get rid of the coins in general. But also, I think that would be very hard to do, especially when our
No,
economy is so tied to these little coin niches and notches where it has to be rounded to, a 0 or a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, coins in all general, I think are going to be slowly faded out. Because I have a feeling eventually it's going to cost more to make a quarter and a dime because they're going to be so much more, there's going to be such a higher demand for them now that we won't have pennies and nickels to break down the change between them anymore.
True.
Or break down the change for $1 anymore. So I think starting with pennies and nickels, that's one step, and see how that goes, and see if we can get rid of coins in general, which I have a feeling we will, but that's not going to be until maybe another 10 years down the future.
Excuse me.
But anywhoosy whatsies, on to our last topic of the day. I'm sorry this has been such a long episode, guys. We just kind of got lost in talking, but hey, That's the point of a podcast, right? So we can all share ideas and, put things out there, expose people to new things. Like, for instance, The Partridge Family, which now, because I loved The Sound of Music, and that actress from The Sound of Music is in that show, so now I'm going to be wanting to go watch that show just to hear her beautiful voice if she sings. So,
she does.
Oh, she does? Good. I am so lit. I am so going to go find that show now.
It's a good show, people. You should definitely watch it.
But, anywhoosy buttsies. Can I really write a check on anything? Yes. Straight up, just yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen
Yes.
people write checks for at Walgreens for, like, some dumb stuff.
But there's more. Yes, but you won't get very far with it. Technically, as long as a check contains essential information, your signature, the name of the person you're paying, the amount of money, the name of your bank, the date, and the phrase, pay to the order of, it can be written on anything. A napkin, a scrap of paper, a pair of boxer shorts. That's interesting.
That's weird.
No. So it legitimately means that it doesn't have to be the bank. You don't have to
It doesn't have to be a bank.
You don't gotta have a bank checking book like or none of that. You can legitimately write a check on anything and it'll still be considered a check as long as it has your consent, pay to order, the person you're paying it to, and the date and the date of the name of the bank and the date of paid. You can legitimately write on any fucking on anything. So you don't need that government piece of paper.
That's something wacky.
That's
right
Leave
there.
it on a pair of undies.
That's what it's saying. That it's not saying that you can write a check and pay for everything. No, you can literally write a check on anything, and it will still be a certified check.
Like, me and Frankie are having the same reaction right now, bro. Like, our minds are blown.
Did y'all think that meant that like you could write a check and it could be banged for everything? No, it literally means that I could literally write on this laptop and give out my bank, pay you with this laptop with my money on it, and you can either take it and just use the laptop to pay for it, or go to the bank and cash it in for the check because it will have all the right amount on it and my signature.
Oh, that's a riot.
Funny. That's pretty funny.
I'm understanding that terminology, right?
I mean, you understood it perfectly well.
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
I mean,
Yes.
that's
No.
exactly what it says.
Yes.
You can even write a check on your freaking underwear and hand it to somebody as a bank.
Now, do they have to be clean or dirty?
No.
It don't matter, I guess. That's all the preference.
Oh my god, we are so ridiculous. Oh,
I'm sorry, Frank. You just caught me off guard with that.
oh my god, sorry. We'll edit out the snorts, or we just
No, we're gonna keep it in.
No,
Oh no.
We're gonna keep the piggies.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
lower
I
it.
don't
I'm
care
gonna
if people
lower
make
it.
fun of me. They can snort and, wheeze laugh with me if they want. Oh god, I don't care. Screw you, trolls. Anyway. Oh,
You
god.
guys are fat butt.
Or
Actually,
even
probably
on a
like
pair
that.
of underwear. Even those giant cardboard checks presented to charities and sweepstakes winners on TV are negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh. The catch is that no one, from supermarket clerks to IRS agents, is under any obligation to accept your handmade banking instrument. So you hand somebody your dirty underwear for a check.
They can still
They
say
can
no.
say,
No, we
I
don't.
approve or I disapprove.
No
They're
soup
probably
for
going to
you.
say disapprove if you hand them dirty undies. Unless they're a freak and they want them skid marks.
Luckily, my underwear never have skin marks.
Okay. In fact, computerization and modern banking procedures have made it increasingly difficult to pass a check that does not look like most other checks. The fine print in most bank agreements spell out that customers must use approved checks. ATM machines make it hard to deposit checks that aren't printed on paper and conform to the conventional size and design. And the Check 21 Act of 2003, which allows banks to make digital copies of checks for easier processing, ensures that most bank tellers would reject any version that cannot be scanned digitally. And that is it for today.
Oh, thank God, big QR codes.
Yeah, all them QR codes.
No, like, because, that kind of bypassed the whole them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we gotta have a whole check. We gotta have an approved check for it. Well, this laptop has a QR code to everything to that bank, so.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
But I don't
Like
think
dirty
I don't
underwear.
think the thing heard you because Frankie hit the clap button
You might
at
want
the
to say that
same
again.
time that you were
Is that
talking.
okay? I'll say it again for the people, for my real friends out there, my real audiences. Yeah, that's really out there. The real ones.
We'll say it again.
We'll say it again.
Apparently, we ain't the real ones in here.
You are the real one. In my heart.
Aw, love you. But anyways, D-Watty,
Yeah.
say it again.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Say what again?
Something about QR codes, banknotes, that digital stuff.
No, thanks
That
to
thing.
QR codes, so you can make your own QR, aka Q me.
Oh yeah, QR me.
QR
Me QR.
Me QR, we can make our own customizable QR code. So with that being said, I could imprint a QR digital thing that could be digital scanned into the banks and still be a check. Legally approved check.
Mm-hmm. Technology. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
It's ever so evolving. But with that, we shall say
Remember to live life with eyes wide
Wide
open.
open.
And thank you for joining us on another episode. We will see y'all again
and
on the
please-
next one.
And please hit that like and subscribe.
Yes, please hit the like and the subscribe, and please share our content if you like it, because, hitting the like button and subscribing, it helps pushes us through the algorithm. We're doing pretty well on Rumble. We're averaging about 100 views, but on YouTube, we are completely dead.
Because it's
So-
libs.
I don't know if, YouTube is purposely censoring us still, or if people are just not watching on YouTube anymore. So, thank you for everyone that supports us on Rumble. This round of applause is for you. Because of you, we are still tracking. If we did not have at least an average of 100 views on every video, then, we would not still be producing today. And, as the year goes on, we're eventually going to hit that 100th episode, and we can't wait to get there with you guys. So thank you so much for all your love and support, and we'll see you on the next one.